Hey, Courtney.
Hi.
How does this team establish more consistency game to game with obviously very few games left in the season?
Well, I mean, I don't think you take winning for granted. We just won 3 in a row before this game. We were playing pretty well. This was a hot Phoenix team. Obviously, we didn't play well enough to win the game, but winning in this league is hard. So, and we just have to move on, and we got one more game coming up on this road trip. But we have to learn from this and kind of refocus and lock in.
What would you say is the biggest takeaway then from this loss?
I mean, I think that when you go from a team beating Seattle on their home floor the way we did, I think the biggest thing is that game doesn't matter the second you walk off the floor. That we have to come out and perform every single night because every team's coming for you. It's that time of the year that people are trying to get into the playoffs or get their seeds that they want. So we have to be ready every time we step on the floor.
Keeping teams off the 3-point line, I know, is something that players have talked about, Wade has talked about. So what was the struggle there tonight?
I don't think we were focused on that as much. We let some of their good shooters free and get some open shots, which is what we did not want. But when they shut the ball really well, and sometimes that happens.
Thanks, Courtney.
Yeah.
Eric Wilson.
Courtney, as always, appreciate your time. Just wanted to ask you, do you feel that the team moved the ball effectively tonight?
We didn't move it as well as we usually do. I think that we struggled offensively at times to move it. We were playing our offense was stagnant. It wasn't flowing well. We weren't moving the ball. We weren't moving bodies. I think that we got a little content, I guess. I don't know. It just, things weren't going well for us. And that's just kind of how it was, I think.
Yeah. With about 4:27 left in the first half, Kyle went to the line. What did you say to her when she was waiting to make her free throws?
I have no idea. I'm sorry, I don't remember that moment.
No, that's all good. Real quick, last question for me from me. Coach Wade talked about not allowing spacing when it came to Skylar Diggins-Smith. How was she able to make contested shots when you guys did, in fact, crowd her space?
Oh, well, good players make big plays, and that's what she did. She's been kind of on a roll. She's in her zone. She's tough to guard. She can go both ways. She finishes well when she's shooting it like she is. It's difficult. I don't think that we made it as hard as we were planning on for her. She looked pretty comfortable out there, but that's the way it goes.
I appreciate it. Thank you, Courtney.
You're welcome.
All right. Thank you, Courtney.
Thank you.
start with Eric Wilson.
Coach, not the outcome you were expecting tonight. Just a real quick couple
No,
questions.
no expectations, Eric.
No,
not the outcome I wanted, but expectations I do not have.
No expectations. I understand that. I wanted to ask you, we talked in the pregame about you saying the team needs to take pride in their matchups tonight. Do you feel the team did that?
No, we didn't. I think we were we didn't have a sense of urgency. I don't know if it was a pride thing. I think it was sense of urgency. Like I told them and shoot around, rent is due every day. Can't pay rent with, yesterday's money. So I didn't feel like we came out with a sense of urgency that we need to pay rent today, and this is what happens. So we were step slow on some stuff, and maybe we're tired. I mean, that's understandable, and you run into a rested team, those things happen. But we started off the third quarter not focused or not, and it just. And we just went downhill from there. I thought we did a good job of staying in it with a hot team the first half. And second half, we just 2 turnovers and a missed defensive assignment. That after it just snowballed from there.
Gotcha. Do you feel the team moved the ball effectively tonight?
No. We only had 13 turnovers. We were trying to make home run plays early on. And what we had to do is just be patient in how we want to attack them. They crowded the paint. And so what you have to do is just move the ball from side to side and attack, and then move the ball again and attack and move the ball again. Sometimes it takes 20 seconds, but what you're actually doing, instead of working your offense, you're working their defense as well. So and you make them have to make the extra effort. And we weren't patient in doing that tonight.
Thank you, Coach.
Annie Constable.
Hey, James. You guys have talked about prioritizing keeping teams off the 3-point line, and obviously Phoenix shot great from 3 tonight. What was the issue there tonight in limiting them from 3?
I think our 50-50 balls. I think the intensity on the ball wasn't enough. So I think those things happen. You saw a lot of walk-in threes because they got loose balls and the ball swings to the other side and you're scrambling. I think if we secure some of those rebounds, we secure some of those loose balls, then they don't exploit us the way they did. And they have a big 3, and so that's understandable. But once you're not getting 50-50 balls and you're playing from a point of catch up, now you're making players out of their role players, and that's what happened tonight.
Are those 50-50 balls that you guys gave up tied to that sense of urgency that you talked about just a second ago? If you come in with a higher sense of urgency, then plays like that get made.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, when you talk about sense of urgency, then it's about who wants it. It's not really about technique, about you being at this place or that place. It's just about who wants the ball more. And I felt like they wanted it more than us. They were just a step faster than us tonight.
So then, considering how close, the playoffs are and everything, is having this issue with a sense of urgency, something that I don't know if comforted by is the right phrase, because it's something that they can fix versus just not being able to make plays. It's like having a sense of urgency is something that mentally can be fixed.
Yeah, it's a lot of things mentally can be fixed. You just have to want to do it, and that's the thing. Rebounding can be fixed. You just have to want to do it. I think maybe size and speed and all that stuff can't really be fixed, but the way you do things and how hard you go, those are the things that you can fix it, but you got to have it in you, and you have to want to do it, and you have to want to do it collectively. I think tonight we collectively we weren't really unified, and us just picking each other up and just being there for each other, and it's and that was tough. You can't do that against a team like this one.
Last thing, how does this team establish more consistency game to game with so few games left in the regular season?
We just, put one foot in front of the other and see what we did wrong and just try to apply it. I don't, take for granted that we've play, 4-7 or something like that on the road. Excuse me. And so, like, of course, we may be a little tired. I don't want to use that as an excuse, but we may be a little tired. But at this point of the season, fatigue doesn't matter because everybody's tired. And so you have to just not lean on anything you can use as an excuse and just keep pushing.
Awesome. Thanks, James.
Thanks.
James. Thank you, James.
Thanks, guys.
See you soon. All guys ready. Steven's in just a second.
Hey, Azrae. How does this team establish a sense of urgency following big wins like you guys had against the Storm?
We just got to move on from it. I mean, like I said, the last game, like it was a good win, but we're not anywhere where we want to be just for like a final product. So we got to figure out a way to have good wins and then move on to the next task.
What was the biggest struggle defensively for you guys tonight? What do you take away from this defensive performance?
I think just energy. Like we just have to have better energy. And, we just have to have better energy on all fronts. We just didn't come out with the same type of energy we had in Seattle or any other games we played really well. Like we come out with fire and energy, and we just didn't do that. So we got to be better with that.
All right, that was all for me. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Azrae, and thank you guys for joining us.